Thank you very much for Miss Tiffany Brown for giving us a call. I understand that you are a playwright. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your play.
Currently, I'm casting for a play called Turning Point. It's actually a sequel to my play Bag Lady, which was about a young lady that was molested at a young age by her mother's boyfriend and had a child, and she left for 12 years. And she came back with all the baggage, all the hatred, the hurt, the pain, and she was facing her life today. The one that we're working on now is called Turning Point, which she's moving from her past. She's dealing with her child. She's dealing with getting married, dealing with all the things that she left behind, which I think is, my organization deals with battered women and children, which I think is a situation that is in everybody's lives that may be hard to talk about. And I feel like if we put it out there and let it be seen that, hey, there is a way out, whether it's this way or that way, it is a way out, that it can help some young lady overcome some of her issues.
Wow, wonderful. So let me ask you a question. How did you get into doing playwriting, Miss Tiffany Brown?
Well, I've been writing all my life since I was a little girl. I was always this little shy girl, always in the books, and not able to really express myself outwardly. So I would write everything down, and then when I got into high school, I was able to enter into some of the poetry contests with Gwendolyn books and stuff. And Maya Angelou actually wrote a book called My Life Beyond What I Asked to See, the poetry book, Volume 1, back in 1999, which was published through Afroware in Oak Park. But unfortunately, I didn't go back and pursue the next volume with it, but I've been writing all my life.
So if you had to do it all over again, what would you do differently with what you had to go through for doing a play?
What would I do different for writing a play, or?
Yes, for writing a play. What would you do differently?
Well, what I would do different with writing a play, I would, now, I don't know what I would really do different. It's because most of the stuff that I come up with is from self-experience. I would make sure that I, pick the right people for one, that are in tune with the characters that I really need, and then pick people that already have experience in those characters, because sometimes people can live through the character, and that's what I'm really looking for. If I had to do it different than I have done it, that would be it. I would be picking people that is more into what they're doing and not just doing it just because they're asked.
Wow, okay. So I take it that you're a part of the Taste of Theater, am I correct?
Yes.
How did you get involved with the Taste of Theater?
I was actually part of the Women of Influence of Park Lane, and they honored entrepreneur women.
Okay.
So from there, I socialized with some other people there, and they actually introduced me. A lady named Reggie and Regina. They introduced me to Victor.
Okay.
And from there, Victor Gully. I have been in contact with Victor Gully since then.
Wow. So I take it that you have had a great time doing this. Is this your very first time you doing a play before?
No, I've been doing plays, but they've been church-bound.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing church-bound, and so in 2011, I took it to the stage. My Bag Lady I wrote back in 1997, but never really gave it a lot of thought of putting it out there. And then some just said, hey, let me tell the story.
Okay.
And it has been very successful. I am looking into doing webisodes on it and also writing a book about it. So I am looking into those things, to happen in the near future.
So what makes it different for you writing a book versus going out there doing a stage production? Are you burnt out already from doing stage plays, or are you ready to
I
jump
am,
in?
but currently I am on my book, My Life Beyond What I Ask and See, my autobiography, which is the House of Opera in Indianapolis. It's handling everything for me, and right now we're just finishing the editing and stuff to it. Being burnt out there, but it's not as hard when you're telling your story.
Okay.
When you're telling your story, it just flows versus me trying to make up something that's totally different.
Now,
So,
let me ask you a question. You just said you're burnt out from doing stage plays. Am I correct?
no, I'm not actually burnt out from doing stage plays.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just getting the fire under me. Getting to know and networking with different people and learning different ideas to how to project it better.
Okay. Saying you're ready to jump into the author arena right now, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me and my listeners, why should we go to the bookstore and pick up your book over any other book, biographies? What makes your book stand out that makes us want to pick it up? I mean, everybody wants to be an author now. It seems like ever since Steve Harvey became an author and started writing a book. But there's so many books out there, self-help books, autobiographies, biographies. What is it that's going to stand out from your book versus any other book out here in the bookstore? And that won't be put in a Walmart or a Target for $2.99. You want to make a profit off your book and not have it put into one of these bookstores. Because I tell you many times, I can hear people who've been on our show and say, yeah, I'm writing a book and I've actually have these books here and they have a price tag on the book for $12, $15. And I go to Walmart and they get the same book, their book in the store for $2.99 or books for less, for $1. So what is it? What is it that's gonna make your book stand out and be a award-winning book?
My faith in God, and I really think that my book focuses on coming out. Going through the coming out. Sometimes in some of the books that I have read, even with Steve Harvey, it's always trying to give a solution to different things. I'm not trying to give a solution. I'm just trying to paint a picture of how I made it, and maybe it will help somebody else. Sometimes in some of the books, especially Think Like a Man, he tried to pinpoint certain things that you should look out for. Well, I'm not trying to pinpoint anything to look out for. I'm just telling you my story. And it may be somebody out there that has this same story. I ain't telling you how to handle it. I ain't telling you how to go through it. I'm just telling you what I did and how I made it. And maybe it'll help someone else. And prayerfully, it'll get across to the right people.
Okay. So you want everyone to focus on your book. And are you planning to do any more plays or?
Yes, I'm currently casting for Turning Point, which some of the ones that played in Bag Lady are coming back because they are some of the same cast. But I am currently casting, and we're trying to get it out by April.
Okay. Are you a little nervous talking on the radio? You're live on the radio. This is not Blog Talk Radio. This is real radio. Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous at all.
Oh, okay. You're just very sophisticated and okay. There's a laughter. See, that's what I was looking for. A little laughter, a little. Give me some behind this voice because I hear sophistication. I know you're not serious all the time.
I'm not loose.
Yeah, I know you're not serious all the time. I know you're probably in the process of writing another great play or stage work. You said you have more. You have another play coming up. Same cast members. What is it that you did the first time doing a play that you don't want to do the same time this round?
Again, I don't want to have people that just doing it just because. So I want to make sure that we're all in tune with one another. I think that makes a difference on how the play is projected. What I have experienced is that you got not always your way. So I want to make sure that I'm in tune with my cast.
Okay.
I always try to, become who I'm asking them to be, wear their shoes. And if we're in tune, I think it'll be more successful in getting the message out.
What is it that you want new cast members to know about you?
That I want the new cast to know about me.
Yes.
That I'm an open, fun-loving person and a very understanding person.
You're an open and fun person. Okay. So
I always try to make it better.
So
I always try to find a solution.
Okay. So, do you have any children in your play?
Yes, I have my son and my 12-year-old. Well, yes, he's 12. My 12-year-old son, he plays a character called Little Jimmy. He was in Bag Lady, and he's also in Turning Point as well.
So, what was it like working with younger children versus adults? Did they give you the okay, I'm tired, I'm ready to go get me some McDonald's, or how did you deal with different personalities, especially with children?
The play here varies of ages. There are some older people, and with my son, he just had to do what I told him to do.
Oh, you told him to do what you got to do, or you're not gonna come home. You're gonna put him outside, huh?
Well, no.
Okay.
He kind of like mimic who I am. So I'm grateful that he's even interested in doing it. I don't force him to do anything, but I lay it out there for him and tell him the benefits, that can come from it.
What is it that you're frustrated about stage work, stage writing, playwriting? What is it that frustrates you the most?
When you write, you have a picture of what you want to see, versus when you give it out and you pick the different characters to play the different people to play the characters, and they're not portraying what you wrote. That frustrates me. And when I wrote the first stage play, the very first time I put it out, that kind of frustrated me because people wanted to do it the way that they wanted to do it. And don't get me wrong, I am very open to your opinion. And it may work, but when it's something that God has given and you're focusing on and looking for what you need, and this person got it, but that one thing turns you off, that frustrates me very bad, and then you have to go out of being producing it, and then you have to go, it's just a lot. Go back and forth in your emotions and ready to not give up, but to pick somebody else, even though that person got that part. It's just that one flaw, and you have to know how to juggle and deal with it.
So tell my listeners, how have you dealt with it? How many? You didn't have to go and sit down and put cold compresses on your head or anything, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You went into your prayer warrior closet? Did you go into your prayer warrior closet and say, Lord, please help me before I kill one of these cast members?
Well, you know what?
Come on, be real. This is real radio now. This is real radio. You don't have to be shy.
I'm not shy.
Oh, okay.
But it's nothing that I do that I don't consult God first, foremost God. But the second time we put on Bag Lady, my main character actually was unable to perform, and I had to hurry up. And when I tell you, I was praying, and out of nowhere, this young lady just stepped up. Now, it was a week before the show went on the stage, and it was my fault as well, because I should have had someone studying the part, as well. And so I had to keep praying to God, and actually we pulled it off. It wasn't word for word and exactly the way that it was performed the first time, but no one ever knew. You never seen it. You didn't know the parts that we had to take out to make it work. So, it's a lot come with playwriting. Because in the end, you may have to change them quickly. It's just to make it work.
Well, you seem like you have a very great heart and disposition about